Hi everyone, welcome back to channel. Today I'm going to share with you one of my biggest investment mistake I have ever made. And at the end of this video, you will understanding what could potentially prevent you to succeed, how we usually self-sabotage our own success. This biggest investment mistake happened when I was in my mid-20s. I was doing my MBA. At that time, there was a visiting professor from Harvard University. He's a finance professor, David. And his research area is Bitcoins and then supply chains and cryptocurrency. During the lunch break, and I was very enthusiastic to ask Dave, hey, Professor Dave, what do you think about young men like myself, okay, can invest for the future? I thought he might give me some insighted tips on how to invest in the Bitcoins or any other cryptocurrency. Surprisingly, he didn't share any of these. He said, hey, Lincoln, I believe in if you're not a professional investor, you need to look at something called a passive investing and then more particularly index fund. At that time, I had no idea what all this one means. I thought it's just some kind of financial instrument. Give you my background. I spent 4 years in my undergraduate study accounting, finance, and business law, and I still had no idea about all these terminologies. If you feel strange with this terminology, you are not alone. Suddenly, I rushed back to the library doing lots of Google search about the index fund, passive investing, of course, Vanguard coming first in my research dictionary. At that time, I spent solely 1 week to understand in and out about what's index fund, what's Vanguard, what's passive investing, and what's the risk and return, all that kind of fun stuff. Intellectually, I totally understand it. And I also align with Professor David, his views. Passive investing over the long term generally perform better, have higher probabilities, outbeat the active investment manager. Intellectually, I do understand it. Did I do anything about it? No, I do nothing. The story I told myself, I just said, hey, now I just home running tutor doing my full-time MBA. I'm totally broke. I have less than $3,000 in my bank. What's the point to invest? And all this, besides, the market return, expected return for the past 10 years, only 7 to 10%. That's not a big money. If I invest $1,000, that's like $70. It wouldn't be a life-changing things for me. If in the future, if I can find a big income job, I would totally be fine. And if I can, one day if my startup making millions, all this is 7 to 10%, and that means nothing, right? Surely I didn't invest, and surely I was low. Only until the times where I've been so fed up with my day job, only the times where I feel so burnt out with owning different business and then try to make it work. And then I start to look into this passive investing further. And then I realized I was low. I was overestimated by my own individual capabilities, but I underestimate of the solid asset compound over the times. Yes, now let's become my biggest mistake. I didn't invest until in my early 30s. I didn't invest despite I thought I know everything. I missed out the entire 5 years windows in my 20s. Yes, that's my biggest personal mistake. And I want to share with you about my mistake and hope to give you some insight and inspirations. Hope you don't repeat my mistake. The best time to invest is 10 years ago. Second best time is today. We all need to start from somewhere. Just because now the investment amount is small, now maybe it It's a running error, okay? It sounds it's so tiny, but don't underestimate the compound effect over the time. It's exponential. I hope that this video resonates with you, and then hope you translate some of what you learned, okay, into actionable items on daily basis. I look forward to see you next video. Thank you.